What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of The Late Shift. I'm your host, Suleman Steele. Just want to wish everybody a happy Friday. It really feels awesome to be doing the show again. I mean, it's my fourth episode. I don't know if you guys checked out yesterday's episode, the crossover show that we did yesterday was Late Shift with Jay and Berg. That was really awesome to do. But I'm happy to be back on my own show by myself. And let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. So what I want to start off with today is, I don't know if you guys heard about it, but MultiChoice has cancelled their deal with AAN7. So that's the network that I think the Guptas own. Yeah, they do own the Guptas. I think the Guptas do own them. The whole thing is so confusing, people. Sheesh. But anyway, so they cancelled that deal, and so social media exploded, especially Twitter. I think MultiChoice is still trending today. The reason being that it's such a big deal is because the truth is that everybody knows Gupta, Zuma, that whole situation is a bit messy. But yeah, the truth is that we're looking at a situation now where through social, a lot of different changes are taking place. It's really a way where, especially in South Africa and especially on Twitter, we see people really communicate in a different manner. So, sort of like one of my suggestions to brands and businesses and influencers is, how are you going to get involved in that convo? You know, how would you add your piece? Like, for example, what I did was, I went and I spoke about how since AAN7 is cancelled, people can come and check out my show instead, you know, but it's not fake news, and I'm not pushing one specific agenda. I'm covering whatever is popping on social media. So, I mean, that's just one way that you could do it. It's really just about figuring out where your brand needs to be positioned. So that's a really cool thing. And speaking about where your brand needs to be positioned, I just want to talk about the Kardashian West. This week, Kim Kardashian was a superstar on social media, especially on Instagram. I'm sure you guys saw the pictures. I mean, we're talking about somebody who's getting 2 million likes per post. And yes, she was naked, and I mean, they were partly covered up. But you see, the main reason why I want to talk about the Kardashian West is that this marketing machine that is them is insane. What they were actually doing was leading up to Yeezy Season 6, Kanye West brand. And if you look at it and the way that they did it, it's unreal. You know, they get people talking, and when you get people talking, that's just, your brand is insanely powerful when you do that. And that's the Kardashians. And then they just combine with Kanye West, and you're seeing it now. Yeezy Season 6 is probably right now the most highly anticipated fashion line to come out. They partnered with influencers in a way that I've never truly seen before. You know, we saw everybody from Paris Hilton to I can't remember their names, but they're twins. They basically reenacted Kim Kardashian's her shoot, you know, which is basically just walking on the street type of situation. And it exploded. You know, they are figuring out a way, and they have figured out a way to move past the ruckus of it all and create their own lane. Yes, people got upset. People went absolutely bonkers. Oh, you're a mother, you this, you that. That is not, I'm sorry, people. You know, you can't get on social media and tell people how to parent. You cannot. People need to stop that. Alright, Becky, stop doing that. I see you. You know, you guys are, you know, we have no right to do that. You know, she can post as many news as she wants. That's her job. That's her vibe. That's how she got popular. You know, like, I don't understand where the whole situation comes from. But anyway, that, you know, for me, that was like, it was super exciting, and I loved it. And it's just really been an exciting week in terms of seeing what brands are doing in a way that is mind-blowing. You know, I saw this week Debonairs released the Celebrate Different campaign that FCB did, the agency. Shout out to FCB. Celebrate Difference is impeccable. I'm not even gonna lie, I loved it. You know, we got to see the ad, which is basically, if you guys haven't seen it, I'll give you a quick breakdown of it. It's basically promoting the LGBTQ community. You know, it's a same-sex female couple basically goes to their parents' house, and they introduce, the daughter introduces her partner to her parents. And you know what the interesting thing was for me? Is that it's a black family, and if you know anything about black families and black communities, sometimes that it's a big deal in the black community, you know. And I really may get chastised for saying this, but it's true. You know, we, not to say that we don't approve of it, but we're still getting there, you know, because our traditions are a little bit different. But it was really exciting to see what Debonairs did, and I'm super keen to continue to watch this the Celebrate Different hashtag on Twitter. You guys should be a part of it, and that's just smart thinking from a brand. You know, South Africa is a country that is so diverse. We have 11 official languages. We have so many races. You know, there's just so much in this country, and for a brand and a business to see that opportunity and find a way to include people where, you know, we're not making fun of the LBG community, you know, we're not dressing men up in drag and all that type of thing. We're really just celebrating it, and I want to applaud that. Debonairs, brand salute of February, the first one. Oh my goodness, I even forgot that we are in February, the month of love. So this is going to be exciting. I'm super keen now. Now I'm really excited. I mean, I just went off script, but whatever, that's really cool. So, you know, it's so exciting. I've been watching a lot of late night shows and stuff like that. And that's where I learned, you know, that's how I gain my experience in terms of what I do and how I want to do it. And truly, there's somebody I want to give a shout out to because her hashtag trends every day, every time that the show is out. Real Talk with Anele. You guys should check this out. Check out her show. She is, in my opinion, she's one of the strongest interviewers in our country. I may be brave enough to even say the world. Anele is solid. She's a really good interviewer. She gets people talking in a way that she doesn't speak too much. You know, she says just enough, and she allows her what's the person called? The person that she's interviewing, I guess, to really speak and open up. This past week was an episode of AKA, which is, you know, I saw a very interesting shift on social. You know, there's a lot of hate for AKA, he's arrogant, he's this, he's that, but we saw a shift because he shifted, you know, and Anele allowed him to do that, so that little shift in the brand took place, you know, and it happened on social, and it was so epic to see. So Real Talk with Anele, guys, you should check it out. She's amazing, and people on Twitter, please stop saying that she's the next Oprah. Please, Anele is ours. She doesn't want to be anybody else. She does. Oprah's Oprah. Let Anele be Anele. Don't put pressure on her like that. God damn it. Like, she's got this, okay? She's got this. She's handling it well, and I'm really happy to see that. I now want to move on to our commander-in-chief, our main man for the next, I don't know how long. It's such an interesting situation right now. Jacob Zuma, State of the Nation Address, 8th of February, ladies and gentlemen. My plan, me and Jock have been speaking about this, our plan is to go live after the State of the Nation, just so we can basically try and cover what happened, you know, because it's going to be a lot. It's a mess. As you can already see, everybody wants the DA, the EFF, Bantu Ramisa, everybody wants Jacob gone. They do not want him to give the State of the Nation address because they feel he needs to step down. Now the interesting thing there is that that's one thing that's happening, and then we've seen Jacob Zuma basically submitted some documents basically saying that he shouldn't be charged with corruption charges. I don't know what to say to that. You know, I think he submitted the papers at like 9 p.m. on Wednesday evening. Who does that? What sneaky, shady behavior is that when you're submitting documents at 9 p.m.? Like, that is just craziness. And for that reason, I feel that you should be taken down. You know, he shouldn't give the State of the Nation address because the nation does not want you. You know, and you're not going to be here come the next State of the Nation address. You're not going to be the guy to be giving it. And in truth, it's a bad situation right now politically in South Africa because there's too much infighting. You know, we're seeing the DA, you know, they're having their own issues, are they not? You know, everything that's happening in Cape Town with the water crisis and Cape Town being downgraded as a city, and Patricia de Lille, they're giving them votes of no confidence for Patricia de Lille. And my thing is what in the world is Musi doing about this? Musi's on Twitter basically fighting about things that you shouldn't be fighting about. You're becoming Donald Trump, Musi. Stay off Twitter now. We don't want to hear you on Twitter. We want you to come out and run your party the way it needs to be run. You know, that's the crazy thing here, is that it's almost like, and it's crazy, it's Of the people who comment on Musi's posts on Twitter are against what he's doing, because the truth is he's not sorting out his problems at home and he's busy throwing stones. Like, no more. We need to see, there needs to be a unified front within our country, and if we're going to get Jacob Zuma to step down, fine. I don't know who will give the State of the Nation address then. Hopefully it's somebody that we are excited to see, that will really bring the nation together, because that's the most important thing here. We saw the South African government, they released the theme for this year's address, and it's moving towards the future, following in the footsteps of Nelson Mandela. Why do we keep bringing Nelson Mandela into this? And I'm talking about this because it was on Twitter. They put it on Twitter, so I get to speak about it. Please leave Nelson Mandela out of this South African government. We need to move past that now. Nelson Mandela was amazing. He was everything that this country needed, but the country's gone backwards now. So let's figure out a way to leave Nelson out of this and find our lane. We need to find our own lane. Yes, we've had a whack president, but the thing is, we had Thabo Mbeki, but we didn't like him then. So let's not do that, because there's just really no point in doing that. So that was a great rant. I really enjoyed that, but I'm happy to be done with it. I want to now move on to something that was really, I laughed so hard when I saw this. So there's something that's happening in India where people are basically taking selfies with trains. I don't know why they're taking selfies with trains. I don't know. I really don't know what this is. But anyway, one of the guys, he tried to take a selfie with the train, and he got hit by the train. Literally taken out by the train. I was blown away by this, and he survived. This was the incredible thing. It went viral on Facebook. It was, for me, I found it funny because he was getting a warning. There's somebody behind him basically saying, "Hey, watch out!" And he continued. People, there are many ways to get popular on social media. Really, if that's your goal, and I'm really starting to see that now. And I'm having these conversations way too much at the moment. There's definitely ways, and I'm sorry, but putting your life in danger is not one of them. You only have one life, so when you die, will your Instagram page be popping? I don't think so. It might be for like 3 days, but then after that, what's gonna happen? Nobody's gonna care. Come on, you're probably gonna be ridiculed. So people, take care on social media. I really want you guys to pay attention to this. It's such a big thing, and we're not paying attention, And speaking on that, I don't know if you guys heard about Jordan Bedford. He is not Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street guy, Jordan Bedford. So, no, sorry, it's not Jordan Bedford, Jordan Brentford. Brent, not Brent. Let me get that right. So he's a fitness instructor, fitness guru guy from the States, but he now lives in Dubai. And he was having some, obviously, marital issues with his wife. And the gentleman went on Instagram and on an Instagram story and basically called his wife the B word. Now he's in Dubai. Now guess what happened? Yes, he was reported, and he's now being fined $68,000, or he faces up to 7 years in prison, because you can't do that in Dubai. You can't use that type of language. And this is something that I want people need to pay attention on social media, for goodness sakes. Look at where you are. Read your environment. I always say this, read the room. If you can read the room, you can figure out how to work it. Using profane language, nudity, all of those things on social, unless you flip and Kim Kardashian, will get you shut down, people. You're gonna have to pay, now you have to pay $68,000. Look at that. Come on. We'll face 7 years in prison for posting something online. You deserve that. You brand fail, sir, because his business has suffered because of this. His actual business, his fitness program thingy that he does has suffered. Less people are attending his classes. Do you see how crazy this is, ladies and gentlemen? I need you to start paying attention, people, because the more attention we pay to what we do online, the better we can actually interact online. So that's an extremely important thing, and I really want you guys to be paying attention to this. Now, I want to move on to something that it's really sad. It's just super sad, and I feel like it's when it comes to talking about education in South Africa, I'm always talking about sad stuff. I'm really things, which I do, and I get to speak about them. We get to see. I love to see the kids that dance at school during breaks. That's like one of my favorite things to watch, especially the Guara Guara. I love that dance, not because of Rihanna. You guys get out of my face because of that. Because man, these kids are talented, bro. These kids know how to dance. Somebody needs to get these kids a deal. Let's make that happen. Yeah, that's the job that music is. So yes, we're gonna do that. We're gonna figure out a way to do that. Maybe we'll shoot something. We don't know. We'll figure that out. But yes, I don't know if you guys heard about what happened at Reicher Park High School. It happened last year, but it's really gained steam, and really a lot of people and a lot of the video's gone viral, which is disgusting in my opinion. Of the principal and teachers, this clique who've basically been having inappropriate relationships with kids, and this man actually was recording these videos. I don't know how these videos got online. I don't know why these videos are online. But one thing I will say to you disgusting pedophile perverts out there, stop it. Okay? It's enough now. You know, kids are going, man, we live in a world right now where it feels like social media is killing more kids than anything else, and I hate to say that. I genuinely, my show is about social, and this is one of the things that I feel strongly about, is education. I feel so strongly about it, and I feel like that's one of the places where kids should be protected, and they aren't being. It's not happening. You know, I can't speak about the states and all of that, because yeah, they have school shootings and all that jazz. We have kids being insulted, kids being assaulted, kids being raped at school, people. This is freaking wrong. What is our government doing? Can you guys stop the infighting and what, and protect the future? That's what you guys need to be doing. You know, busy throwing stones at each other and worried, no confidence, this, he's that. We are ruining our kids. You guys, the government, are bad examples. So people like myself, we have to try and set examples for the kids. This is why I do what I do. I want to set an example for future kids. Kids who want to do this, want to take a chance being this, please go ahead and do this. You know, because anybody, you can do whatever you want. But the one thing that our school system is not teaching our kids is that you can be anything you want to be. You know, so I just really hope that the Department of Education sorts this out. Somebody needs to get put in jail. I don't want to hear about somebody resigning and somebody getting fired. I want to hear that he is in jail. Period. Done. End of conversation. Thank you very much. I now want to move on to, you know, I'm just so, there's just so much going on in the world right now. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw Donald Trump's State of the Union address. Yeah, I don't know why he speaks like that. Why are you sniffing so much? Like, this guy sniffs so damn much. And the only reason why I watched the State of the Union. I didn't watch the whole thing, I just couldn't. On Twitter. People, Twitter. Get on Twitter, guys. I'm telling you, live events on Twitter. I mean, what is the USPGA is coming up soon? It's gonna be live on Twitter. Get there. So that's where I watched it. Yeah, that was really embarrassing for the United States of America, man. The brand is suffering. Donald Trump is lying quite a bit. It was the third longest speech in the State of the Union history, but he used the least words. I think he used like 5,000 words or something. But he kept on. You know, what was so hilarious about this is that he kept on clapping for himself after he said something. I was like, what are you doing? Why do you keep doing that? You know, his mental capacity somewhere else. It's insane where it's at. And one of the reasons why I'm bringing Donald up is because he lied again on Twitter after the State of the Nation. He basically said he had the most viewed, the most watched State of the Union address in television history. No, you didn't. You lost by like 8 million. Obama had 8 million more viewers year by year. For his whole 8 years that he was there, he had more viewers. Donald, stop. Can you guys, whoever's at the White House, I know there's a whole bunch of nincompoops there, but stop it now, guys. You know, you guys are just making yourselves look bad. You know, and it's happening on social media. That's why I speak about it. You guys are making yourselves look bad, so please stop it. Donald Trump, you always get into the late shift. You know we like that, right? Like, show so regularly. Maybe one day we can create an interview where, no, that'll never happen. I'm just being ridiculous right now. But moving on, I think I'm going to close off now. This is, one of the most exciting things that I think happened over this past week was obviously the Grammys. Obviously, like really was the Grammys. Bruno Mars crushed it. Great performance. He was absolutely insane. But I think the biggest winner of the Grammys was Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy, if you guys don't know, is Jay-Z's and Beyonce's daughter. She actually trended on Twitter because of what she was doing, which was just being a child. And obviously you have people, I mean, how do you attack a child on Twitter, people? Like, she doesn't even have a Twitter account to defend herself. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with humanity when we live in a space where we attack children? And obviously children attack children on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all this jazz, but adults, grown adults, really, that's what's happening. Guys, stop it. We need to start we need to start using social media a little bit more responsibly. It's extremely important that we do that for generations to come, guys. Like, let's pay attention to that. Closing out, I want you guys to go and check out one of my favorite hashtags that happened. Tweet like the 1600s. Oh my gosh, that was funny. You have to just, I want you to check it out. I don't want to ruin it by saying any of the tweets. I want you guys to check it out. And what I want you guys to think about over this next week until I return is, how can your brand get involved with hashtags that are trending, but in a way where you add to the conversation, add value. That's what I keep saying. I've watched people basically put in all the popular hashtags to promote their mixtape, but your mixtape has nothing to do with the hashtag. Figure out how it works for your hashtag. That's what you need to do. So for example, if you're a rapper and you say the State of the Union address, a hashtag. So here's my State of the Union address, the mixtape. I don't know, but figure out how to be clever with it. Don't just throw it out there. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys have a great week. I've had such a solid week, Jock, and it's been amazing. We're so happy to be shooting with you guys, for you guys again. Welcome. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show. I will see you again next week. My name is Suleman Steele, and this